my channel, or welcome back to my channel. My name is Jessie, and today I'm going to make a video on hair type. I've been a natural for I think almost 10 years, and I just assumed that I was 4C, which I think a lot of black women assume, but there are a lot of women who actually are a different hair type. So I'm going to help you find your hair type. I'm not a professional or anything. I just have been doing a lot of research to better take care of my hair by knowing the hair type. There are several systems. There are several systems of hair typing. The one that most people are familiar with is 1 A, B, and C, 2 A, B, and C, 3 A, B, and C, and 4 A, B, and C. But I would encourage you to look at the other systems and see if they benefit you as well. The fact that there are different ways to describe hair just shows you how complex hair is and that no one's hair is the same. So, yeah, I would say don't feel like you have to fit into a certain hair type because everyone is different. So yeah, so I'm going to be focusing mainly on type 4 hair, which is mainly people who have African descent type hair. It's curly, it's coily. Type 4A has an S pattern. 4B is a Z shape. It's very sharp angled instead of like an S, which is more like wavy, wiggly. And then type C hair is more of a coil. It's the smallest curl pattern in the entire world. It's absolutely beautiful. And that is more like, I imagine like a slinky or a spring, that it's like, it doesn't really have many gaps in between. It's just, you know, a very tight ringlet. The quickest way I think to find your hair type is to look for curl pattern and size. As long as you know whether you have an S shape, a Z shape, or a coil shape, that'll kind of narrow hair type down. Now I have S pattern, but I have the smallest S pattern, which puts me in the 4 type hair. There are S patterns in type 3 hair and also in type 2 hair. To look at 4 categories. So the first one is curl pattern. Do you have an S shape? Do you have a Z shape? And I'm talking specifically for curly, coiling hair. Do you have an S shape, a Z shape, or a coil shape? Okay, and then the next one is porosity. Porosity is if the hair strand is more open or medium or closed. My hair is low porosity, which means it's harder for moisture to get in because my hair doesn't like to open up. So you either have high porosity, medium porosity, or low porosity. And it's good to find that out because certain oils are better for a certain type of porosity. And then density. Density is the amount of hairs you have in one section of your hair. You can focus on one patch of your hair and literally maybe have someone count it if you really want to know whether you have high density or low density hair. Or in other words, thick hair or thin hair. And then the last one is width, which focus on the width of the hair strand. So it would either be coarse, medium, or fine. Coarse hair just means that the hair strand is thicker. And then fine hair, which means that it's really thin. Our hair is very complex and very unique. And it's important to love your type of hair, because even though we have these different systems to describe our hair, even some of these systems are very discriminatory and racist. Like, why the hell is curly or coily hair the last category instead of being the first category? When I read certain descriptions of hair, it would kind of describe curly or coily hair as being problematic, and other types of hair, like straight, wavy, or 3A hair, being using adjectives like perfectly. So just know that your hair is beautiful, whatever type it is, and that every type has a curl. Some people say that 4C hair does not have a curl. Of course it does. It may not be as defined as others. You may need help defining it, but you have a curl pattern. My hair specifically is, like I said, 4A, and on the end is 4B. In the back is very, in the back my hair is very fine, it's very like silky, and my curls just like define on their own. And I always thought maybe I had a different type of hair in the back than in the front, but I looked at the curl pattern and it's exactly the same. So I think that my hair is just more coarse in the front and fine in the back. So I'm still learning about my hair, and I think it's imperative to really study and find out what type of hair type you have in order to care for it in the healthiest way. Yeah. So I hope this helped you. Oh, one more thing I want to say. In order to find your hair type specifically for type 4 hair, coily, curly hair, you need to make sure that it's clean and it needs to be wet. It baffles me for people to think that they can just like look at a fro and be like, oh, that's this type hair. But how do you know until you define the curls to see which, like, what you really are? Like, I found it was really hard to find pictures of our curls up close. It was really hard, so I'm hoping that me posting pictures of 4C hair, 4B hair, 4A hair will clarify what kind of hair type you have. It has to be clean and it has to be wet. Thank you guys so much for watching my video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in my next video.